You know the face, it's Chucky on lap, it's Savage Dan, and today we're here for a very special edition of Champions League of Everything, because today we're talking boxing. Before we get started, hit the like and subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with the rest of the series. Here's how the game works. I've got 4 guests: Anthony Joshua, Stevo The Madman, Josh Denzel, and Specs. Each guest has 40 chips. They'll come around my table, distribute their chips amongst their favoured fights of the century, and once they've done that, they'll come back around my table collectively for the big debate. They will have to agree on what the top 4 Champions League of fights this century have been, and ultimately, what was the best.
Taking a seat at the big table.
Yeah, right. I'm guessing you know how this works.
Well, I'm here to make some money. I don't know if that's what we're here for, though.
You know what these are. These are the best fights in recent history. Your job is to pick which ones you want to stay on the table.
Ooh.
Why are you smiling so much?
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, so am I.
Now, you know me, I've been watching boxing since boxing was 15 rounds.
You have not been watching boxing that long. Now, you have to place your chips accordingly. Back what you want. 5s on here, 5s on there. Put 10, put 40 on you. Do whatever you feel.
So we've got 40.
You got 40 chips. You can spread
40
them. You can
chips.
put them all on one. It's mad because we know who's here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we know who's here.
It's gonna get some love, believe me, because it still stresses me out watching that fight back.
Do you know what? There's one fight I didn't make this that I wanted to make it, and it was
I know it.
what?
Butterbean versus Larry Holmes.
Good fight. It's not that fight.
Oh.
It's the Marquez Pacquiao.
Oh.
4.
The full fight.
The 4 fight.
So I'm gonna start from the bottom to the top. Let's put 5 on Froch and Groves. This had history behind it. They had their first fight in Manchester. Froch won. People thought he didn't win. Then they got the rematch, and they kind of introduced the world of boxing to stadium fights. You know, phenomenal. I boxed on the undercard. I was the first guy on the show, and it was a great experience. And I actually got changed quickly, so I can come back and watch the live show.
Froch Groves was insane.
Yeah.
That was just a war. Froch never been down.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I gave Groves no chance. And then when he takes probably the first 6 rounds, Froch had to pull out every old man trick necessary. Elbows, punching after the bell, the break, you know what I mean? So that was a good fight for that reason. And then obviously the stoppage from Howard was terrible.
Even though it wasn't a toe-to-toe fight, I think the history, the build-up, the pulling each other across
the table.
Yeah, that added to this. So I'm going to put this one as the first fight of the century. We're going to put some chips on.
Definitely nothing for Carl Froch and George Groves.
No, because now you're putting it in my head.
I'm just asking. I'm just here to ask questions.
Was that fight as good as those 4?
Hey, there's a rumour that you once beat up George Groves, by the way.
Battered him.
For real?
Sparring.
My first 10 chips. Saul versus Golovkin. That was a good fight.
Very good fight.
And I like Golovkin because Golovkin, the way he punches, it's like he's holding something in the headlock.
Down.
Yeah, like
Punches down and
yeah, slam dunk punches. I like that. Like Canelo Alvarez, Golovkin was special, but I wanted to see. I wanted to see someone hit the deck.
Yeah, it wasn't a spectacle.
Yeah.
I get it.
The technical ability was a joke.
Do you want me to give you some advice?
Go on, I'm listening.
If I was you,
Yeah.
I would grab however many chips you want and go for your main one, the one you're backing regardless.
And it's not being biased.
You have to do it.
You know what?
He's taking them all.
Might as well just do
You know, all of them.
the majority of them.
And I'll explain.
That's a lot of chips.
Yeah.
It's a lot of chips over there.
I went through hell.
Put 10 on Joshua Klitschko because that was a moment in my life.
Massive fight.
I still can't watch that fight back without turning away from the screen multiple times. In like round 6 to 9, it was horrible.
A lot of people were saying Klitschko was towards the end, and he was towards the end, but he was still a good
100%.
Klitschko.
I had that 50. I had that 50-50. I had that 51-49.
No one was taking on extreme challenges early on in their career, especially at the heavyweight division. In my 19th fight, I was fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world against all-time great, and he had more knockouts on his record than I have even had fights. He's Olympic gold medalist, and it wasn't for one belt. I was unifying the belts. It was the biggest names coming together since when, and why I wanted it in the UK is because I felt like around the world no one ever really respected British heavyweights. So I was like, forget America, innit? We ain't going there. We're keeping it here in the UK.
Ooh, I need Joshua Klitschko. Oh, I've got a great story about that. Great story.
Tell me.
See those 5 chips? Put on Wilder and Fury.
I knew you was gonna do that. I knew you was gonna do it.
How?
Because I can read you like a book.
Put 5 on Wilder Fury 3 because
Crazy.
that was a crazy fight.
The most recent one as well.
Do you know what? Put number 5 on there. I love Froch Groves, but I feel like the heavyweights just move different.
That was such a good fight. That was such a good fight, but it was a good fight for now.
Let's go to number 3.
Which is? Very good fight.
Just so I don't want to sound like a hater. So let's go on to number 2.
That fight as the last of a trilogy, Fury going down, and you know what I mean. I'm split with obviously. You know what I mean, AJ's there.
Yeah.
Can't say too many good things about Fury, but
Why are you not going to put any chips on AJ versus Vladimir Klitschko?
I was DJing. From what I remember, Klitschko caught Anthony Joshua, and as Joshua fell. Everyone at the club where I was DJing come upstairs and was like, look, they're leaving. So I packed my stuff. But Anthony Joshua ended up getting up and winning the fight. So they asked me to come back and DJ, but I'm in the cab going home. So I lost some money that day. Why did AJ get up and win?
Do you want me to make these decisions?
No.
for you?
Come on, bro. I'm being. I don't want to be the guy that.
You've been looking at these fights for ages now.
I don't wanna
You've
be
got
the guy
20
that
chips
think
here.
that.
You've already moved them all around. What do you want going through? What has to make it?
5 on Golovkin, Alvarez 2. 5 on AJ Klitschko. 5 on Wilder Fury 3 because that was an incredible fight. But it might just be in my mind. And then 5 on Froch Groves.
After all of this, you just said, I just put 5 on everything.
But I'm not a gambler.
Look at what's left with nothing on it. It's crazy.
But that's how competitive the market is.
This is it. I'm intrigued to know where these 5 go.
Here, definitely. They have to go there.
There we have it. You're not changing anything on this table, right? Just sticking.
I mean, if I could change something, I would add Butterbean and Larry Holmes. But we'll do that for next episode.
You know what?
Listen.
Alvarez Golovkin too.
A
Get
minute
on
ago,
here.
you said you're not a gambler, and you're behaving very erratically right
Put
now.
it there. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Take Saul Alvarez Golovkin 2. Put it on Wilder Fury 3.
All right, we need you to leave, please.
There you go,
Security.
yeah?
Security.
Amazing.
I'm sure I'm seeing blue on this table. I'm not seeing any blue on my team. Mad. The hate is
It's
real.
gone mad already.
The hate is real. The hate is real, innit, Trey?
I know Stevo is not ready for that smoke.
Let me find out who's blue.
Well,
Let me find out
look,
who's
first of all, we have a loser here immediately. So we have to lose Bradley versus Provodnikov. It had nothing on it. So I don't know why you're shaking your head. You didn't put anything on it either. You didn't put anything
Yeah,
on
but I
it.
expected someone else who knows boxing to put. That was a great fight.
It was a great fight, but we
fight.
can't save them all. So unfortunately, it has to go. We lose Felix Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya.
One second. So what? I was the only one that had my chips there.
So now we know he's
Now
blue.
we know you're
Let this no cameras, yeah.
I can explain. I can explain.
We got one more that we lose immediately, and it is Canelo Alvarez against Gennady Golovkin.
We have a Canelo Alvarez man here, don't we?
Chewed up here today.
Do you not watch boxing? The way Golovkin was fighting.
Punches down. No, he was saying
I've never
that.
seen
To
someone
be
fight
fair,
like
he
that.
had decent. He had
He
decent
does punch down,
reasons
he
for
does
why
punch
he's
down.
picking.
He punches down, yeah.
You didn't put any on on AJ Klitschko.
I can explain.
Do you know what? Because I wasn't punching down.
Yeah.
He was too busy with the uppercut.
Yeah, because I went up.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Look, I'm gonna look at you and tell you.
Okay.
So during that fight, yeah, my auntie had an asthma attack. Because Klitschko, when he caught you, my aunties, they thought that you lost.
I send love to Andy.
So no, hold on, you know what it is?
Yeah.
When I took the hospital,
Yeah.
you got for one.
Yeah. So it's not even worth putting in it because you didn't even see it.
So we didn't. I didn't get to see that part.
I can understand.
But because you want, we can make some changes.
Okay, I understand.
That's fair, isn't it?
It's fair.
makes sense.
It's fair.
It's not fair. That was a good fight, bruv. I wouldn't have put that much on it. I don't know who Yellow is, but
It's do you know what? I bet you, do you like your own Instagram pictures?
no.
It's like that. Specs, you've got 15 chips that are just out here now because you kept picking ones that no one else was picking.
Thank you for saying my auntie. Thank you. So let's give me 10 on AJ. You say my auntie.
Not the 15. Not the 15.
What
It's
is it?
mad, isn't it?
What have I done? Did I do anything to you?
Yeah, no, wait. Of course, we're cousins.
But how come like 10? Like
I'm gonna put
15
them here.
chips
Because I want to think about that up 5. Just hold that 5 for me. I want to see everyone else's moves first. Let me just hold that 5.
Now, here's the thing. We have to lose one more. There's big fights here.
I think I know what the weakest link is, but
I think I
What do
know
you
what the
think it
weakest link is.
I think the weakest link is Froch Groves.
Yeah, me too.
First fight that kind of built up the second one as well. So it wasn't even just the fight. Sometimes, as you said, we look at these fights, it's that fight that we was interested in. But with this, I think we tend to get involved in the whole build up as well. Do you know what I mean?
I think if you put them, as I was saying to you, I think if you put them as a package, 1 and 2, 100% it matches up. But as an individual fight, obviously there was drama in it. Froch going down for the first time, the hatred.
Remember this fight? It was you had to pay for it on the night, but the next day it was free.
It's true.
It's true. I remember. Sky Sports made it free, so you save money. I mean, I'm definitely this. That's
That's the greatest fight of all time, in my opinion.
Which one? The Joshua Klitschko one?
Yeah.
What color are you? What color are you? Huh? What color are you?
Like a brown.
Then I'm gonna have to question the Morales and Barrera. Reason being is because a lot of people won't dig that far back into the past to watch that type of fight. From the audience where we're sitting today, Eric Morales and Barrera, Chavez, these guys will give you that type of, wow, that was great fights. But unless you're looking at deep, you would probably watch a Froch Groves before you watch.
That's a good point because when I watched it the other day, it was fuzzy. So I was wiping my glasses for a long time.
And they realised it was just a TV.
Well, there's nothing wrong with my TV, AJ. My TV is fine.
Listen, this fight here, some of the greatest rounds.
Yeah.
From me, I remember watching that fight and it made me feel something.
I remember when I first started boxing, my mate was showing me some of the old time fights. He wouldn't show me all the name brand. He was showing me that stuff that, as you said, needs dusting off. And those tapes is what kind of got me really intrigued in the sport. So for sure, if I was to show someone that didn't know, I'd definitely go.
What did I say to you? Butterbean versus Larry Holmes. That's an old fight.
That was actually a good fight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He was laughing.
That was actually because Larry was on the ropes. Like
Larry was. Larry was like this. That's Larry was like this.
Listen, here's the main one that I was upset didn't make the table.
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
which one?
I'm gonna go with 4.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna make a move. I'm gonna make the first move. I'm gonna take my 5 chips off Deontay Wilder and Fury third. You know why? Let me. It's giving me a standing ovation.
It's done. It's done. It's done. Cut the camera. It's done. We're finished.
It's giving me a standing ovation.
Let's take them off now.
That's all we have to say.
Where they going?
Where they going?
And why? Where and why?
I was disappointed in Wilder, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed.
You're looking at the fight, not the individual, though. Yeah.
I thought the fight was technically it wasn't the greatest fight that either of them before.
I think it was
but
overrated.
action-wise,
This is a good fight. It's a quality fight.
No, it's a great fight. It's a great fight.
It was overrated.
Everything is overrated. It's the spectacle.
Would you say, for both fighters, there was a lot of boxing skills used in this fight?
Go on. You don't answer. I'll give you my thing. I want to hear.
Yeah, go on. I want to hear this. You see, you want to talk boxing technical. What's the word? Technical what?
Boxing 101.
Yeah.
Science.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ring down.
Hey, how are these two best mates now? After the start.
Yeah, but explain. It's a family thing, isn't it?
They both come from Burkina Faso, don't they? Me personally, I think that last fight, which, to be fair, all of them had everything. You had your knockdowns, you had good boxing. You still had good boxing in there.
That's the first one. And the second one, to be fair, from Fury.
You had Wilder swinging for the fences.
I thought Wilder come out and boxed that power jab.
Yeah.
Early,
Yeah.
I thought he implemented that sensationally, but you can't do that for 12 rounds.
Yeah. Not in this day and age, because heavyweights are different. I met the guy who makes gloves the other day, and he said that they never used to have to make special gloves, but now heavyweights are 17 to 19 stone and 6'10". The whole division has changed in the last like 5 years. And that's what you're saying, is that before fighters could jab like that for 12 rounds and get away with it, they get a bit tired, but they were conditioned because they're lighter. But now when you've got big guys,
18 stone.
Imagine someone
6 foot,
imagine 6'6" or 6'7", going back to
they'll be
Muhammad
like
Ali's
giants.
era, go back to the 60s and the 70s. They'd be
Giants. Yeah, giants for them. Yeah, giants for them.
So he tried, but to get that power and that ferociousness, you have to have it up here. Before you have it just here at that level, you have to have it here as well.
And then Wilder's entrance, I don't know if you remember, he come in like a wrestler.
Yeah.
I thought that was, again, over the top.
To be fair, champ, you've always selected the right music. Your entrance to your fights are always great, man. They're memorable, shall I say? You know what I mean?
Interestingly, but the last few fights I've gone down this Rocky phase. With me, I'm a geezer, right? You can walk into the gym and hear that heavy bag. Bam, 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 bam. But you're wondering, who's playing that music, man? It's like some rock music, or it could be some slow jams. Music hits people in different manners. Like sometimes I might watch a Sonny Liston and I'll listen to the blues. That's how they used to train, listening to the blues. So in this day and age, it's like, why are you listening to the blues? But throughout the whole training camp, my mindset might be with Sonny Liston and that era. So I'm listening to blues. So when I come out for the fight and I play blues, I know it's not suitable for the environment, but it takes me back to those wars and that time I was in camp. And that's why I choose certain music.
Specs, you're taking the chips off Wilder and Fury. You haven't put them anywhere. What do you want to save?
I'm going to put this on AJ Klitschko.
You know what actually doesn't do anything right now?
It's fine.
We need to lose one.
That's fine, though.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Do you know what I can feel? I can feel a lot of pressure at this table.
Don't feel the pressure.
I can feel some pressure.
Listen, big man, don't feel no pressure in it. Yeah,
I'm holding it. I'm holding his hand.
Don't put no pressure, big man. Yeah? It's all good, innit?
That's a body shot. I'm going right.
All right, cool. I'm gonna also follow, and I'm gonna take mine off of Carl Froch and George Grove. I'm gonna put this one on one that I want to keep.
Specs, you've also got another 5. Stop playing around. We need to lose one.
You took it off Wilder, yeah?
I took off Wilder, yeah. Well, I don't want to see Wilder again. So let me go.
So I love you when you're winning.
Where did you go last?
I went.
Look at this guy. Well, you just following AJ. Dealer, can I? If Froch and Groves is out anyway, I might as well take my chips.
So what's he? He's red.
Nope, that's not me, geez.
No. Why are you saying take your chips?
I'm blue.
He's not blue. He's not. I'm blue.
I'm blue.
No,
I'm blue,
no.
What?
You're red.
Am I red? Oh, sorry.
Let's have a little.
Try that.
Hey, let's have a little look around there.
Am I red?
I think I can see a familiar pattern. We are going to lose Carl Froch and George Groves. Take your chips off them from now. Let's make my life
Steve,
easy.
I know you want to put them on mine, but let's take me out of the picture.
No, I've done enough for you, champ. I've been. Not many people will know this, but I've been decorating his house as well recently.
He has.
Yeah, so I've done too much for him.
The Lions.
You know what though? Just want to make sure that this comes through. Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's getting interesting now.
Specs, you've got some here. Just put them anywhere. It doesn't matter where they go right now. It doesn't matter where they go right now.
I'm gonna come with you, Steve. Yeah, because you decorate people's houses.
You looking for some new curtains or something there, Steve?
I need some curtains.
We are now into the top 4. So these are winners, regardless. This is all 4 win. But we've got to work out what's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, what's the 4th best fight on this table?
I think the 4th best fight here, 100% is that one there. I don't think that possibly should be here. I think it's because it's fresh in our mind. That's why it's probably
There was
here.
big drama in it though.
But over the decade, over the century, there's been better fights than that.
It stays 4th, man. Undertaker was involved in this. Undertaker, he sent a video to Tyson Fury.
Is everyone happy with Fury and Wilder being 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, listen, I ain't gonna argue with the team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah?
They've got to go.
This is the first time I've got to
Are
use
these just
this.
gone? Are these chips just gone now?
Well, I'm taking them for a second.
Yeah.
This isn't a biased show at all.
Keep going. That's it.
I believe we all know what our number one is.
Do you?
No.
Do we not?
I don't think. I don't think so.
We know what yours is.
I don't want yes men on my table.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't want yes men on my
Can't
table.
have them.
Look
Now watch them all change. Watch this. They're gonna say, bring back Wilder Fury.
What? That one's gone. That one can't come back.
I feel like I watched this after the fact. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I watched this after the fact. Like when I was deep into my boxing, I went back and I researched all the best fights. And I was like, I watched this and I watched these over and over again on YouTube, but I didn't feel it. This fight,
I know what you're saying. I was gonna say this.
Felt it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I still get stressed. Like, it was about a year after that fight. It was the first time I watched it back.
I'm gonna bring that energy back, but I'm not gonna go into all my training and all that. But that's interesting because at the time I didn't even know what type of fight it was. It's only now I look back and I'm seeing, like, as you said, Wilder Fury type fight. It's been a long time since we had a fight like that since 2000.
Because that was a pure 50-50. It
was a war.
It was a war.
Like, war, yeah.
Because I remember you. When I say when you put Klitschko down, unbelievable. And at the end of the round, you got caught with a shot. And I was telling my boys, I think he got caught with a shot at the end of the round.
There's a textbook Klitschko left hook.
And I thought,
That's it, yeah.
And then you come back out the round and you was a little bit slower coming off the stool. And I'm watching, I'm going, and the boys are, no, he's fine, he knocked him down. And I thought, imagine the energy it takes when you think you've won a fight and you're like, all of that adrenaline just goes boom. And then suddenly the guy gets back up and you're like, how am I getting back
There
to...
was a lot of, the pendulum kept swinging.
The only thing that keeps that fight in the game amongst these greats is heavyweight. That's it. Heavyweights is a different league in itself. But for me, can I give you my number one? Hey. Yeah. Here.
I've got a feeling we're all gonna end up there.
I'm gonna put them on here for now.
All right.
We've got to work out what we're placing as number 3. What are you doing with these?
They're going over there.
So Stevo, you've got a lot of chips on Morales Barrero. Do you want to move any of them?
Yeah.
Let's put 10 from the middle onto Gordon Gatti.
This one always gets mentioned.
Yeah, it's just fuzzy.
Even though I'm the humble and whatnot, I do respect these, but heavyweight boxing is a different league.
15 chips going back from Arturo, Gatti and Ward over.
Do you want your chips as well in there?
So just when we thought it was going to go there, AJ does put all his chips on him.
AJ, I know what you've done there, bro. And I know you want to see yourself win, but put that over there, please. I'm sorry, champ. So that fight there, all 3 of them. Hey, Specs could answer this here, you know.
The magic wand. Drag them chips over. Oh, you want to go reach for them like that? I'll give you 100 quid after.
100 quid, bro.
We're on the clock. We are on the clock.
My G. Ooh.
I had a movie talk, man. I decorate my house as well.
Guys, this is the Champions League of everything. We have a winning fight. We have a top 3, a top 4. And the winner is AJ versus Vladimir Klitschko.
Hey, it was a great fight. I respect to Vladimir Klitschko as well.